YouTubers, Max1836.3 here, and this is part 12 of my narrated F.E.A.R extraction point playthrough. And so we're continuing our expedition through the Orange Line level on what is now a semi-blind playthrough. The Orange Line's actually just below us in the walkway there. As I mentioned in the previous vid, thankfully we only really spend a brief amount of time actually on the sort of railway track. And what you're about to see now is probably one of the worst examples of shooting that you're ever going to see. It was just awful. So that was one grenade, a fair few shotgun shells, and roughly a clip and a half of assault rifle ammo to take out two little deployable turrets. That was extremely bad shooting on my part. To be fair, they can actually be quite difficult to hit because they're tiny targets, but I got really pissed off with myself about that, to be honest. That was really just bad shooting. It was just bad.
He's here. F.E.A.R. Stay away from me.
I'm not going to do anything to you, Ms. Kwan. But I can speak for my mother.
Jankowski.
I tasted the good lieutenant's visions, and they were most revealing.
Spin your eyes.
You may of course remember, sorry my throat here, you may of course remember Sven Jankowski, if I'm saying that right. He was sort of the point man's teammate, or I suppose you could say he was also sort of a point man as such, and he was kind of your brief teammate right at the very start of the first F.E.A.R. In the sort of earlier stages of that game, as we were assaulting the wastewater treatment plant with sort of the Delta boys, as we call them, our point man had one team and Jankowski had another team, and we assaulted the place from two different sides, and pretty much everybody except the point man that we're controlling got taken out, although Jankowski's fate was always a bit unclear. It was assumed at the end of F.E.A.R that he had been killed by, well, most likely Alma, Alma's kind of adult apparition, but his fate was never really totally clear. And so that's kind of like a little flashback there, perhaps suggesting that Jankowski's spirit lingers, or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just Vettel playing mind games with us. And we're also going to be dealing with a new enemy just shortly. The Replica Miningunners. Now these boys are tough. You're going to get a little glimpse of them just in now.
Let's get out of here! And go where? They're all over the place!
In fact, it might actually be in the next video that we actually take one of them on. But as you can see, he pretty much made light work of those special operatives there. Minigunner can fairly chew through you pretty quickly. They of course come equipped with the TG-2A minigun and a fairly resilient little shield, as well as their usual heavy armour, so they're pretty tough to take down. Actually me trying to be a little more aggressive there, and for once it sort of paid off. It was quite good. Good little grenade toss as well, I thought. I was just checking, he was actually dead. But yeah, the Replica Minigunners, I mean, there's only one you need to take care of on this level. As for where the second one goes, it's not really clear. I guess we'll take him on later on or something. But yeah, they take a fair bit of shooting. I mean, I'd managed to keep a hold of my particle rifle, so it wasn't so bad the second time round. When I took him on the first time round, I had to use my ASP rifle and sort of some grenades and just sort of combo it up a bit, and yeah, I was there for quite a while trying to take him down. Because he kind of gets himself behind this little riot shield that he has, and he's pretty much invincible. I mean, I don't think you can actually damage him if he's behind the shield, so you need to sort of try and wait for him to expose his head, or try and get grenades around him. And you can sort of get him that way. We'll see that a bit later on though. Bit of a pain in this area because they have a bit of a tendency to just sort of shoot you through the pipes there, so it's best to just sort of make a quick dash across here. So you get yourself into more sort of solid cover where you're not so exposed. But then I noticed this tends to be the last of the replicas then tend to just hang back a bit. So finishing them off can be kind of tricky. But in the end you just sort of need to get in there and fish them out. See, there you go, they've kind of fallen back into the sort of little tunnel things there, and you need to actually go and hunt them out now. actually. I was asked recently what my favourite type of level is. It's quite an interesting question. Certainly levels like this wouldn't be in my top 3. And I do absolutely adore F.E.A.R, but it's certainly not for the level design for the most part. I always adored F.E.A.R for the, in my opinion, pretty solid combat. Decent-ish scares, at least in the first one, if it's your first time playing through. Yeah, it kind of creeped me out a bit, and the storyline, as far as shooters go, the storyline wasn't all that bad, actually. I mean, it was interesting-ish. It was a good story, it just wasn't very well told. You know, through the use of, like, voicemails and laptop things and stuff like that. It was a good story, just not very well told. And I think that, you know, as a combat engine, I thought it was really fun. Really, I thought the AI were just really clever, and the levels never played out the same when you replayed them or whatever. But I don't think I would say I liked F.E.A.R as much for intelligent level design. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I actually got myself jammed. I don't know if this was a glitch or what, but I sort of ducked into that corner there, and I ended up getting myself jammed in there for a few seconds. Eventually I was able to sort of get out, but it's a pain when that happens. Got myself stuck behind the box. So yeah, next time it'll be Replica Minigunner time, so till the next time, behave yourself.